Many same-sex couples in New York State have already tied the knot since it became legal to do so on July 24th. But what are the tax-related issues now for these newlyweds? Kevin McCoy from Marvin and Company joins us now. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Sabrina.
So let's start with filing taxes. What should these newlywed couples do to prepare for next year?
Well, as we discussed, the federal returns have not been changed because the federal government doesn't recognize same-sex marriages.
Right.
However, now that New York does, they're going to have to file in New York either one of the two marriage statuses, married filing joint or married filing separate. To do that, you have to start with your federal return. So they actually have to prepare two federal returns, one as single or head of household if they qualify, and the other as married filing joint.
So is this going to cost more for the couples then?
Well, certainly the preparation time is going to be more, and the cost if they file online services, they're going to have to file extra tax returns. If we prepare returns, we anticipate there's going to be more costs because we have to prepare two more returns than we used to before.
Also, the couples who got married outside of New York State, New York is now recognizing that their marriage is legal. So there's that added layer to this whole thing.
Sure, if they were residents of New York and they got married in another state, New York recognizes same-sex marriages, and so therefore they're going to be filing their New York state returns differently than they were in the past.
You're mentioning that there could also be a benefit to the couples, cost benefit to them.
Yeah, one of the big benefits is that a number of years ago, employers started allowing health insurance coverage to be paid for same-sex couples who were either married or were living in a situation that was allowed under their state, including New York. Now, and the federal government taxed the cost of that was paid by the employer. Now, for New York, that income will not be taxed. It'll still be taxed on the federal, but not on the state. So they'll actually save taxes that way.
So benefit over there. What's the change with the estate tax?
One of the major changes with the state taxes is that now for New York State same-sex couples, all of the deductions, exemptions, and elections that are allowed on the federal level for married couples are allowed in New York. New York has $1 million exclusion. That means you can give $1 million to anybody without paying tax. Now you can give an unlimited amount to your same-sex spouse if you die in New York and leave that money to them. Significant savings.
So no doubt this is all still very new, still trying to figure it out as we go along and get ready for next year.
Yeah, it is. And in New York State, fortunately, on their website, if you go out to the taxation and finance website, there's very good question and answer section for same-sex couples. It even goes down to sales tax issues that have arose.
All right, good to know. Kevin, thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you.
We want to hear from you. If you have a question on any of our segments, send us an email to live@noon@WNYT.com. You can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter.